Mr. Johnson got into a car accident and spent a month in a hospital. He got amnesia and he forgot some things. He didn't have any family, and after a month, he finally returned home. He found his street, but then he realized he didn't remember which of the two houses was his house. Can you guess which house belongs to him? In this house. The lawn is nicely mowed, but Mr. Johnson lives alone, so his house must be the other one. On Monday, a high school student, Lily, went missing. Her parents called the police when their daughter didn't return from school after getting a call from the principal. Mrs. Evans, the principal, said, "Lily left before the last class. She wasn't feeling well, so she asked permission to go home. I called her parents and they allowed it. She left her scarf here." Mr. Richards, the music teacher, said, "She visited my class, but I noticed that she didn't feel well." Mrs. Davis, the school librarian, said, "I saw her when she came to the library to study after classes, but after that, I didn't pay much attention to her." Who should be arrested for further investigation? Mrs. Davis is the suspicious one. If Lily asked to come home before the last class, I doubt she'd go to the library to study after classes. There's Lily's scarf in Mrs. Evans' office. But Lily indeed was there, so the principal is not suspicious. Jenny went out one night and got bitten by a zombie. Oh my. Still, she woke up the next morning and was fine. How is it possible? Pay attention to the calendar on the wall. The morning is November 1st, which means that the previous night was Halloween. It's not a real zombie that bit her, but just a person dressed in a costume. Well, that's still creepy. Lizzie is walking in a forest, but it's getting dark. She needs to get out as soon as possible until wild animals come out to hunt. She's at a crossroads, but no road looks safe. If she goes north, the path will take her into the giant black hole ready to swallow her up. If she goes south, she'll stumble into a lake full of huge whale sharks. If she goes west, she'll end up at the edge of a ginormous hole in the ground that can't be crossed. And if she goes east, the path will take her to a sky-high mountain which is impossible to climb over. Which way should Lizzie choose to get out of the forest as soon as possible? She most certainly needs to go south. Whale sharks are no threat to people, and they'll let Lizzie swim across the lake without any problems. And we'll ignore the fact that whale sharks live in the ocean, not lakes. Yes, I'm picky. One night, Nell wakes up in an old, spooky castle. She can hear someone coming, so she runs faster and faster until she suddenly runs into a dead end. There are 3 doors, but behind each door there are some terrifying creatures. Behind the first door, there is a group of zombies. Behind the second door, there's a big werewolf. Behind the third door, a vampire is waiting for her to feast on her neck. Which way should she choose to survive? Nell should escape through the second door. It's not the night of the full moon, so the werewolf isn't dangerous. Alice, a treasure hunter, got lost in a forest. After wandering around for a little bit, she noticed a big stone in the middle of the crossroads with some weird code carved on it. Can you crack the code and figure out which direction should Alice go to get out of the forest? If Alice turns the stone around, or more likely, her head, the symbols of the code will turn into the word south. So, it appears she should go south. One rainy day, Mrs. Palmer came back home after work. Her neighbor walked past her, and they had some small talk, from which Mrs. Jonas learned that one of her daughters was spotted on a date in a cafe. All three of her daughters were grounded and couldn't go out. So Mrs. Palmer asked her daughter what they had been doing. Meg said, "I was studying for the math test I have on Thursday." Alice said, "I was gardening outside all day." Nell said, "I was cleaning my room." Mrs. Palmer figured out who it was. Can you? It's Alice. It's been raining all day. I doubt she'd spend it outside gardening. It's not the best day for it. A woman has 3 daughters, Willow, Meadow, and Brooke. She's about to have another daughter. What do you think she'll name her? Aurora, Allison, or Tessa? The woman seems to choose nature-inspired names for her daughter. So her 4th daughter's name will likely be Aurora. And if it's a boy, I'd vote for Sky or Forest. The prom is approaching. 2 best friends, David and Logan, both want to ask out the same girl. So the friends decided to ask Ruby's best friend which of them Ruby liked more. The girl didn't want to share her best friend's secrets, but she gave the boys a hint. Ruby loves oregano but hates mint. Her favorite color is aqua, but she can't stand green. In her free time, she likes gardening, but she has never been interested in cleaning. Her favorite animal is an alpaca, but she's afraid of llamas. Which of the boys does Ruby like? Remember, the friend wanted to give a hint, so the boys should look for patterns. Everything that Ruby likes starts and ends with the same letter. So, following this logic, Ruby likes David, and Logan ends up with Ruby's best friend. Oliver is terrible at packing. Whenever he goes somewhere, he always takes stuff he'll never need. So he needs your help to do some packing. This time, he's going on a business trip, and he will stay in a hotel. So what is the item he packed that he won't need there? A big towel isn't necessary. Every hotel provides guests with them. Now, this is a backpack with stuff that Oliver packed for a camping trip to the woods with his friends. Which item doesn't belong there? An electric hairdryer. There's no electricity in the forest. And the last suitcase we'll take a look at is the suitcase that Oliver packs for a week-long vacation trip to Spain. Which item will he not need there? Look, there's a forecast on his laptop, and it says all sunny. Then why does Oliver need an umbrella? Well, he doesn't, so he can leave it behind. Esme was having a walk in the forest and got lost. She found a witch's house, walked in, petted a cat, and asked the witch to take her home. The witch was busy preparing a new spell. She agreed to take Esme home, but only if Esme helped her first. She had 1 magical stone and 11 copies of it. They were all identical, but the original one was heavier. The witch had a scale, but that scale only weighed properly the first 3 times. So how can Esme find the original stone with 3 weights? She should split the stones into 3 groups of 4. First, she should weigh 2 of those. Let's say that they are the same weight. Then the original stone is in the 3rd group. She should take the 3rd one, split the marbles into 2 groups of 2, and weigh them. The heavier one has the original stone. So the 3rd time she just weighs those 2. If during the first weighing, one of the groups was heavier, then Esme should take that one and do the same procedure with that group of stones. Okay, now let's have a bit of fun with emojis. I'll show you a combination of emojis, and your task is to guess the movie. Sound good? Here's the first one. It's Chronicles of Narnia, a great movie. Did you guess it right? Okay, here's the next one. Can you guess the movie? Yeah, that's way too easy. Of course, it's Titanic. How about this one? It's Boss Baby. Okay, I only have two more for you. How about this one? The only movie about a chef mouse, Ratatouille. Okay, and the last one is extremely hard, but I believe in you. Maybe think a bit outside the box. This wasn't easy, huh? It's Wonder Woman. Good job! Bye for now. That's it for today. So hey, if you pacified your curiosity, then give the video a like and share it with your friends. Or if you want more, just click on these videos and stay on the bright side.